are locked in now, laser focus.
All right, welcome back to another episode of Locked In Sports. I'm Sam Rodriguez, and today we have a very special guest. I'm sure most of you guys have seen Last Chance U, but have you seen the new one, the Last Chance U basketball series? Here with me today, we have Coach Ken Hunter of East Los Angeles Community College. How you doing today, sir?
Man, I'm great. How you?
I'm doing pretty well. I was excited when I got the text back to get you on the show. I've been waiting.
No problem. No problem whatsoever.
All right, so we're gonna jump right into this. So,
Okay.
when did you guys hear the news that East Los Angeles was going to be featured on Last Chance U at first of hopefully many basketball seasons?
Probably about a couple months before our season actually started, they were talking, and we're in negotiations with coach and the district and the school, and we finally got to go ahead around August, and kind of took it from there.
All right, that must have been exciting news, honestly. How was that experience overall being on a Netflix show while you're trying to coach a basketball team?
A little different at first. I mean, we had to get adjusted to being mic'd all the time. Nobody wanted to be the kid to mess up practice on camera, so I thought that brought us together a little bit, to be honest.
I bet, honestly, that's a lot of things you have to focus on now. You got the camera crews following you around everywhere, and you're just trying to play some basketball.
Yeah, yeah.
For those of you who don't know, Coach Ken was also a great basketball player before being a coach, playing for LA Trade Tech. Do you want to share a little bit more about your time playing basketball and the transition to becoming one of the top college scouts for East LA?
I had fun when I played. I played hard. I played tough. Played some of the best to do it, man. I was fortunate to have good coaches throughout my whole lifespan, from Coach Pierce, Coach Watson, um, Coach Kenneth Jackson, which is a Hall of Famer and an HBCU guy who put up a lot of numbers. Coach Jerome Henderson, rest in peace. Just had a great people that really helped me along the way. Had a lot of fun at LA Trade Tech when I was there as a player. Even more fun as a coach. When I got there, we actually set the school record in wins, and was on the way to, really trying to do something big. But I got hurt right before the playoffs start. And unfortunately, it was a career-ending injury, and had to move forward in life, and figure out what I was good at, and figure out what I could survive and make an income in, and still have time for my family, and that brought me into coaching.
I mean, that's a great transition. I mean, you're now coaching at one of like the top community colleges in the states right now. I mean, they can't get any better. You and Coach Mosley over there. But so we know you're one of the top scouts over there. Can you explain? Is it a little hard trying to convince kids to join East LA instead of going to the top school like Division One or Division Two?
Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Sam?
Yeah, can you hear me? All right. I think we're having a little bit of technical difficulties here.
Hello?
Can you hear me, Coach? Can you hear me, Coach? Hello?
Something going on.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Coach?
Okay, what's going on, Sam?
Anything? Can you hear me? Anything? I don't think I can sing for us, but all right. So Coach Ken will be right back. He's gonna leave, join the link again. We're gonna see what goes on. All right. So we're just gonna wait for him to come back. I don't think I can sing. I don't think I'm that good at it. So we're just gonna wait. All right,
Okay.
Coach Ken, you there? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
All right, perfect. This happened last time too with a couple people, but we got it going.
No problem. No problem. It's all good.
All right. So being a top scout at a community college may be a little hard. How do you do it convincing kids instead of joining Division 1 or Division 2 schools to come play for you guys?
It's a little bit of everything that we had to offer, from the location of the school to the weather to, being in Southern California where it's kind of the basketball capital, basketball mecca now. All the NBA guys come here in the off season. All the top college prospects come here in the off season. So it's pretty, you know, unique situation. You can play basketball year round. You got all the different pro-am leagues here, from the Drew League to the JBL Pro-am to other leagues that's here. Got college basketball leagues here like the Real Run. Used to be the Say No Classic, also by Nike. So it's a ton of different options as far as development and lifestyle. Then, we win and we move on, probably 96, 97% of our kids. So that's always huge when it comes to recruiting.
Oh yeah, exactly. And I bet they're getting a better chance over there. Start off at a community school that's big like you guys, then going straight to a Division 1 where they maybe bench the first couple seasons.
Right, right. Not only that, at the Division 1 level, they don't have time to develop you. They kind of want ready-made products, and that's why you see the transfer rate the way it is. A lot of kids leave because they're expecting to play, but they're not ready to play. They don't have no idea what it takes to go through the process. So a lot of times, they signing a lot of unprepared kids just based off of talent level alone, and some of the things physically they can do, but you still got to teach them how to play the right way, how to play winning basketball at this level. So a lot of kids, they may even go Division 1 or Division 2 first and leave after they freshman or sophomore years because they wasn't playing and they need to go somewhere to develop. And we do that as good as anybody out there.
Yeah, I can tell from watching that. I mean, you guys got so many people, different scholarships. It's crazy. And I bet you guys done it way before the show as well. So, but
Right.
you guys got one of the top recruits of out of high school, KJ Allen. How did you guys manage that? And when you found out he was going there, how excited were you?
We were real excited. I had a prior relationship with KJ and his mom and his pops. Um, I had been watching KJ for years. And then when we found out about his grade situation and the fact that he was going to have to go junior college, it was an easy transition for us, because we had such a great relationship already. And still being here in the city, being able to keep him home and play in front of all his people, and all his AU coaches help support us and get him over there too. Everything just lined up right. So it was a perfect fit for both us and him. He trusted us and believed in us. So did his AU coaches. So did his both parents. So shout out to Team Elite, because they did a good job of recognizing that he was going to be a JUCO kid, just based off of where he was academically, and giving us a chance to get in there early. And it just took a lot of time, a lot of patience. Giving them his space to a point, but let them know that we're here and we're there for them, and probably watched every game in senior year. So it was good, man. It was real good.
Yeah, we saw you going to all the high school games. I saw you scouting every single game. That's dedication. And seeing KJ, I bet that was ridiculous in high school. I watched him play in that show. He looked amazing. And you know why he switched from USC to Texas Tech?
It was some things as far as admissions that was going on that he wasn't willing to wait on, that the parents wasn't willing to wait on. They wanted to get it over with, and he still had. I think he had to receive a certain grade in one class that he's taking now, and they just wasn't willing to wait anymore. They wanted to move on from the situation and get the signing part out the way. People don't understand how important it is to, sign those papers. So when you're walking around and you're not signed, sometimes parents panic, sometimes the inner circle panic, and sometimes it's not their fault at all. USC has some strict regulations because of an infraction they had years prior, and so they have to be real careful with a junior college recruit and make sure all the academic stuff is a certain way, and you got to have this and you got to have that a certain way. And it was more about that than anything.
That makes sense. I'm glad he's still going somewhere. I think Texas Tech's going to be a perfect fit for him, especially with Matt McClung backing out of the transfer portal. I think that's going to be a scary combination over there.
No doubt, man. Them two high flyers, both play with great energy, both play with toughness. Great coach. We knew Mark a while when he was assistant at Texas Tech, and he used to come out here and recruit our guys. So it should be a good relationship there. Good league for KJ to go into, and can be physical and beastie like he is, and not be penalized for being a bigger guy all the time. So he should go in and fit in quite well as long as he put the work in.
Oh yeah, definitely. And speaking on being penalized for being big, we saw Joe Hampton. That man was double everyone's size, and even if it wasn't a foul, they were calling a foul on him just because he was so much bigger. We saw him getting frustrated over that, and you seem to have the closest relationship out of all the coaches with him. How did you manage to keep him focused on the bigger picture with everything going on?
With Joe, a lot of times, man, it's not what's on the court that's affecting him. A lot of times, it's something off the court that he was going through at the time. He was dealing with a whole lot, way much more than they showed on camera because they wanted to protect him some. But it was understandable, and he just really needed to be talked to sometimes, and um, just spend some time with him, man, because he was going through a lot of things personally. So, um, we all had a close relationship with Joe. Each coach had a different type of relationship with him, but we all was close with him because we all understood what he was going through.
Yeah, he seemed like a great player as well. I'm happy he found his spot at Long Beach. I'm excited to watch him play. And then you guys were so close to the end. Right when COVID hit, you guys were about to make the final area with all those college scouts. How was that feeling being shut down on your way to the game?
It was tough. It was tough. I actually was on the road on the way up when I got the call because I don't travel with the team. I travel separately, and it was tough, man. Because we know how hard we worked. We know how prepared we were for the finals. Um, it just seemed like it was meant. It was destiny for us to win, and to have it took away without any control. That was tough. And as you saw, a lot of tears. But it all worked out in the end because the goal for us, yeah, we love to win a championship, but that's not the overall goal, and that's not the only goal. Our goal is to make sure these kids come in and leave better players and better men as we got them and we going through the journey and the process. And I think we accomplished that this year with every guy receiving a scholarship opportunity and moving on and becoming better people and more positive, productive citizens.
Do you feel as if you guys played those final games, some of the players might have got bigger scholarships than what they received?
Oh, no doubt. At those at that in that environment, all the top coaches come out. It's a lot of coaches that come out who may have only seen you on film and never seen you in person. And that was the only thing holding up some guys from actually offering the kids. So, of course, it's better opportunities, huger opportunities, but bigger schools ain't always the answer. You want to look for the fit, who fits you, what coach fits you, whose style of play fits you, what campus life fits you. You want to get as many things right. Um, the more things you get right, the more chances you have of being successful. So when it come down to picking a school for our guys, we ain't into who's the biggest school. We're more into who lines up with that particular athlete and got the things he needs to be successful.
I get that. I get that. I'm glad everyone's sorry, my brothers are screaming in the background. I'm trying to get them to focus, but I'm glad everyone got the scholarships they went to. This team was such a special bunch, filled with talent. We saw Joe Hampton, Deshaun Hyler, KJ Allen, Malik Muhammad, and so many more on this team. Was it hard keeping all this talent together for so long, focused on the prize, especially when you guys were dominating throughout the season?
It's every year is different, man. Every year brings its different challenges, different players, different personalities. We've been doing it a long time, so I wouldn't say hard. I would say it's challenging at points in the season to keep them focused and to get them back focused at times because when you blowing teams out, you can lose your focus easy. You can lose your identity of who you really are, especially if you believe in the hype and not working and putting it in. But that group actually worked their butts off, man, and that's why we were so confident. And it just wasn't the talent; they actually put the work in.
Yeah, no, I saw that. They looked like a special bunch, everyone together. They all complimented each other, and they found a way to make everything work.
Right.
Especially with Joe and Malik battling for that center spot, they both made everything work.
Right.
What do you have a favorite moment being at East LA that we didn't see on the cameras?
Some of my favorite moments, man, they actually come in like this time period in the off season, where you actually able to spend more time with the kid personally, each kid individually, and find out who they are as people. Kind of trying to figure out, what they need the most. What they need help with the most. So we normally, using this time to do that. Whether it's going to check out a ball game together or just going out to eat or something simple, or just showing up at one of their apartments or houses and sitting around and chatting it up and even playing video games or something, man. And so them the things in the show that you didn't see that we actually enjoy a lot doing. Well, I enjoy a lot doing. Coach Mosley the same way, Coach Rob the same way. We spend a lot of time with these guys off the court, man, and so we can figure them out, and we can know how we can push them and the best way to push them. Just finding out their identities and who they are as people.
Yeah, no, I'm glad everything happened. That must be fun playing with them in the off season, getting to know people on a personal level before the game start and everything. That must be great.
Yeah, it is, man. It is, and you see part of that on the film too. Mosley actually gets in the workout sometime and play with them guys, and sometimes goof around with them a little bit, and it helps. It helps them trust. It helps the kids trust him. It helps the kids see that he's human, And that he ain't trying to be an ass so intentionally sometimes, but it's a certain way that he learned how to do things, and we abide by that way.
Yeah, because on the court, you kind of have to. It's lock-in time. You can't be buddy-buddy all the time. You have to. So that off-season time must be great.
Yeah, man, we love it. We love it. We ain't got back in the gym yet, but we supposed to get back in soon, so we are looking forward to that.
I bet. I'm excited. They usually do two-parters on these Last Chance Shoot shows, so I'm hoping for that season 2.
Oh yeah, we all are. We all hoping for that, man. Hopefully, the numbers should speak for itself. So hopefully we coming back.
Oh yeah, I bet the numbers are ridiculous right now.
Right.
And finally, do you have any words of advice for college basketball players and high school ones waiting on their time for their moment to get to that next level?
Man, just keep working hard. I'll work everybody and everything you do. Whether it's a drill, whether it's running sprints, or whether it's just being that dude on the court, and letting everybody else know you that dude. You got to outwork everybody and everything. And the best players do that. The best players, you don't got to talk your game. Your game speaks for itself. And if you out there outdoing everybody and everything, you're gonna get the respect of everybody, including your coaches. And then, winning programs notice that they want guys who want to compete in everything. Not just want to score or want to do this. They want guys who competitive, who hate losing, who's going to trust the process that they're teaching to win ball games. And so I always tell kids, just outwork everybody. Outwork everybody. Don't let nobody outwork you in nothing. You got to outwork by everybody, and that's how you're going to earn your respect.
It makes sense. You got to go no matter what's going on. Just keep doing you, keep playing your game, and keep pushing forward.
Right.
But I want to thank you, Coach Ken, for coming on the show today. It was a great one. I love talking to you, love getting the inside scoop. I think it was a great time.
Oh, no problem, man. Thank you, Sam, for having me on.
All right. And then Locked In, we'll see you guys next Saturday with another special guest who I'll reveal this week. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.